Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the REC podcast, brought to you by the REC Toycast. I'm your host, Roman Chavez, and with me, as always,
Erik Icarus.
Eric, you can find us on the webs, on Instagram, at REC Podcast. You can follow myself at Roman REC Podcast, and the leftover glasses of Corbel Champagne will be consumed by Mr. Icarus tomorrow. Happy New Year, kids.
Yeah.
Happy New Year. We are recording on December 31st of 2019 because we are men in our mid-30s and we don't party like we used to.
No,
we just
this
don't.
is partying for
yeah,
me.
yeah. This is how I get my mental party on, guys.
Yeah.
Talking with you, talking about good things, but Happy New Year, my friend.
Yes, you too, man. Looking forward to big things.
I am
Not
too.
for me and you, but for our audience.
Yeah, for our audience, hopefully. You know, we've got some things coming down the pipe. I know we keep talking about the video podcasting, podcasting. It's coming.
Sooner than later.
Yes, we're still a few months away, but we know you want to see our lovely faces, kind of match it and say, hey, that's not the body I pictured for Roman. But so we've got some things coming up. We're excited to talk about. We're going to add some things to the show.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe take some things out.
Yeah.
Shake it up a little bit.
You know, this year for me, it's been it's our first time doing.
Yeah.
Well, no, not you. You get your toe into this.
That's true. I did do a little dipping before.
Yeah.
With the fanboys, with the fan cast or the Z cast, I think is what it was called. I can't remember, but it was fun. Do that with friend of the show, the big tuna himself, Jordan Tunney.
Hey.
And so but this is the first time like Jordan really produced that show.
Sure.
I produced this one, and
we had to see how we would work. It works great, and I just think we're building.
Yeah, we're learning, guys, and you're along with us on the ride, and we do appreciate that.
Yeah.
With the year coming to an end, though, I figure it's cliche, but we got to do it.
Oh yeah, I look forward to these.
Okay, I do too.
Yeah, I do too. For just the people that I admire as far as critics or other authors, musicians, podcast hosts.
Yeah,
I want to know what their thoughts are on
the year.
So
what we're getting at is we're going to be doing our best of 2019
slash disappointments.
Yes, disappointments, things that we missed. We're not going to have a top 10 or anything, but definitely just some bullet points and some things that we wanted to talk about. And Eric, as you're excited about this, why don't you start us off? Let's do a TV show. What was your favorite TV show of the year?
The one with The Boys.
Me too.
Yeah,
me too.
I thought this was going to be the agreement one.
We did not talk about our list beforehand, as we try not to. Okay, so The Boys. Good.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
I will. Well, let me just start off by saying, rather surprised me. That's why it hit the tippy top for me.
Sure.
They had a long, arduous road ahead of them to adapt this to a TV show.
Yes.
And they did not disappoint.
They
took the feel of the book.
Yeah.
They took the overall, what's the word I'm looking for? Vibe, I guess.
Yeah.
And they managed to make it their own.
Yeah, they took that energy and they still kind of grossed us out without scaring us away.
There you go. Perfect.
They made us uncomfortable without like showing us them ripping a baby open.
Sure.
We don't need that kind of stuff.
No. They gave us just enough to where it fit in line with the characters.
Yeah.
But it wasn't to the point of like, okay, well now you're just being Garth Ennis.
Yeah. It was a great surprise that they were able to pull it off. The casting is perfect.
Pitch perfect.
And you and I both can't wait for season 2.
Oh, right. I think what I loved about it was how much people are into it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I saw how good it was. I knew you were going to dig it.
Yeah.
But the world, that public at large, really liking it.
Yeah.
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
And I love how the world at large actually gets how satirical it is.
Yes.
And what a perfect time to release this anti-spoof almost superhero TV show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
To kind of taking the PP out of what we know as superheroes. Showing the darker side.
Yeah.
The funny side.
Yeah. And that even with all that great power, yes, there should be some responsibility, but just like the weight of it and like what it does to people and what normal people and the average person gets superpowers, they're gonna try to get rich.
Yeah.
I think the average person just like tries to get rich.
Sure.
So it was kind of like, to see that this was a game itself to be relevant, to be popular, to be famous.
It would make perfect sense that they would have managers, a marketing team.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
It really would make too much sense to do that.
Especially in like this day and age too. I would like to see more of like social media take a place in comics right now to see like, somebody seeing Batman like cussing at the bad guys.
Sure.
Maybe that's an issue. Like they don't care about the violence, but they care about the swearing.
There you go. Or just maybe somebody on Instagram gets a shot of Batman and trivialize what he's doing.
Yeah.
And Batman having to deal with that.
People posting pictures of Power Girl.
Sure.
Just talking about her boobs. So then where's the outrage?
Oh,
what do superheroes have to say about this type of stuff?
That's really criticism, man.
So there's still some more to be gotten to.
Sure.
Now, we both say The Boys, having neither of us watched or seen Watchmen or Mandalorian this year.
Right. I did manage to squeeze in 3 episodes of Watchmen.
Oh, God. How is it?
It's really good.
Yeah. Okay.
It's very, in Lindelof fashion, very confusing.
Sure.
And from what I've been told, it's just like, get to the end.
Mm-hmm. Your episode 4 starts to really grip.
Yeah, they're like, it's going to pay off, don't freak out. Because I'm like, oh my God, dude, really? I mean, visually, it's stunning. Got my boy Trent Reznor doing the music.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross, Nine Inch Nails fame.
Jeez.
Doing the music, which sounds great.
Yeah, it just works with it.
It
works
perfect.
with it.
So, but yeah, so far so good. I'm hoping to finish it next couple days.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I don't know when I'm going to get to it, but I'm going to get to it at some point.
Yeah.
And then the Mandalorian. So those are 2 things that we missed. Well, I wish I wouldn't have, but I'll make time for them later. But our favorite show of the year was The Boys. Kind of an honorable mention for me too is Umbrella Academy.
Yeah,
Umbrella Academy was fantastic.
That's the one I didn't get to.
So okay, cool. So one that you missed out on.
Yeah.
So luckily for us, we still have some content to go through.
Yeah.
I guess.
What's your disappointing TV show?
I can assume that we're gonna have the same one. I'm gonna say Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones was. We covered it pretty extensively.
Yeah, we don't have to go to it
on the show. But if you been following us, been listening to the shows, you know that we didn't really care for the Game of Thrones finale because we thought the rest of the show was damn near perfect. Just damn near perfect. So it had divided a nation more than left versus right. The people who liked GOT season 8 or 9, whatever it was. But yeah, so there's not much else we could say. We literally dedicated full episodes to complaining about it. But we did not care for that show.
There you go.
Was there any honorable mention TV show for you?
No, that one took up all the negative space as far as TV.
Okay.
How about you?
Yeah, my CW shows I fell out of. But I did that in early 2019. I fell out of them, so it just did carry over. I still do. And we both need to watch the Crisis crossover.
Yes.
But as far as Arrowverse, Flash, I fell out of it this year because it started to disappoint me.
Yeah.
Films.
Yeah.
Big ones for us.
Oh yeah.
We did miss a lot, but Eric, what was your favorite film of the year?
Okay, so Endgame notwithstanding. I did manage to watch Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yay! How was it?
And that it blew me away.
Yeah.
So there is a tie for me here between. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna keep the tie for later for a different question. So, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is going to be my top pick aside from Endgame, but everybody just Tarantino just can do no wrong.
Yeah.
Seriously, he again rewrites history,
which I'm fine with.
Yeah, me too. It's revenge in a way. It's kind of another revenge movie, but not really.
Yeah.
But it really plays into everything I love about Hollywood.
Yeah.
It dives deep into hero worship. Loss of your, feeling towards your craft.
Yeah.
Finding a way to be relevant again. And I think it conveys it in a way that we all can feel it, because we're not all actors, we're not all famous, but we all have jobs where there are points where we're like, man, what am I doing?
Yeah.
You know, what you question what you're doing in life. And, you know, sometimes you got to have a buddy that your handsome Brad Pitt buddy.
Yeah.
Tell you you're doing great. And then sometimes you run into a person at work, you're Charles Manson.
Oh, Jesus.
And they try to detract you. You can't let them do that, man.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's, you know, and then sometimes you beat up Bruce Lee in a parking lot.
Yeah, lot of controversy around that.
But I found that scene amazing. I loved. Actually, there wasn't a bad scene in that movie, but that was probably my standout scene because it was so ridiculous.
Yeah, Bruce Lee's daughter has said many things about that scene.
But they gotta understand it's not supposed to be real.
It's revisionist. Yeah,
it's not real, and it's supposed to be funny. It's played for laughs.
Yes, and it is. You know, like though, just like Inglourious Bastards. You know, none of that stuff happened that way.
No.
So, but it was still, still interesting. But when they killed Hitler, spoilers. When they killed,
not how it happened.
when they killed Hitler, I mean that was awesome to see.
Oh yeah, I did enjoy seeing that.
I felt like a sense of relief for some reason.
Yeah.
Because I love World War II history.
Yes,
but,
you do. And again, not going to spoil this for you, but at the very end, you're going to get a similar ending, and you're going to be like, "Oh, that felt good to see."
Oh, nice.
So leave that with you. But yeah, that was it for me, man. That killed every other movie except my second choice, but we'll get to that later.
Well, I'm gonna lean into the motif of the show, and for me, the movie I watched the most this year, the movie that I have not bought yet, is Avengers Endgame. And that's not me being a MCU shill. I genuinely, lit up a cigarette afterwards. I was satisfied at the end of that movie, and it was so good. It made me cry. It made me laugh. It made me miss my friends. It made me appreciate things that I have. Like it was a tricky plane to land, and they figured it out.
They didn't Steve Rogers.
Yeah. See, Steve, that's how you don't put it in the water. It was. I can't say enough good things about Avengers Endgame. Again, we've had multiple episodes about it, but it was...
But we can maybe dissect it a little more because, to your points, it hit me... You're right. I didn't even get into the levels that it hit me on as far as friendship.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, we talked about the fathers and daughters aspect of it.
Yeah.
Just fathers and kids aspect of it.
Yeah, it was brutal.
But... we didn't really talk about the sacrifice that your friends would make for you. And I think it hits you because, just people that if you have friends like that, that's why it hits you like that. And it's cool that we notice stuff like that. And it's nice to see that, the Russos, and I always forget who wrote it, man. McFeely and... Yeah,
McFeely and, oh gosh, I know.
The other dude.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, but, you can tell that they're not I feel like they're not even really writing a superhero movie, man. They're just trying to write a good script, and they're basing it around a superhero movie. I feel like they're not tailor-making what they're writing to just be an MCU movie.
No.
They see the characters, they're aware of the characters, like, this is what they would say.
Yes. And they give us fan service. They've probably done the best in terms of fan service.
Sure.
Like, they found cool ways to, string out 6 or 7 appearances of Captain America before he lifts the hammer and before he says Avengers Assemble.
Right.
And I mean, we've been waiting on it since Avengers 1.
Right, and we got a little tease.
Yeah. But then we basically had a total of 5 Avengers movies counting
Civil
War. You know? So it's like or 4. I guess it's 4. No, yeah, it's 5. Anyway, that's great, man. They really edged us into that, we really held on to that until we couldn't.
Oh, my God.
And then again, I lit a cigarette.
That for me was my most exciting theater-going experience in my life. It's when you go see movies opening night, and this is why you can't kill movies, man. Mm-hmm. There is an energy in the air when you go opening night.
Yes.
And then everybody is there for one reason, to watch this movie, and you literally there's electricity.
Yes.
And then when certain moments happen, you're clapping at a screen.
Yes.
You're cheering at a screen.
Yeah.
These actors aren't there.
No.
But people are losing it. So am I. I mean, Avengers Assemble. It was deafening in that theater, and there were moments when you could hear a pin drop.
Yeah.
But again,
when Cap grabs the hammer when it hits Thanos and then comes back into Cap's hand. I mean, you feel that in your chest and in the ground. Like the building is not like if you played it in every theater of a multiplex, like that place would not be structurally sound.
Oh no!
Just the pounding and the clapping, and it would just it was so good. Like you said, the energy. Yeah. Maybe I think movies at some point are going to go more the way, even though we've been making so much in grosses, but. At some point, they're going to go the way of the record store.
Yeah, the record
the
store.
CD.
Sure.
Where it's like, oh, we sold 30,000 copies, which is nothing, but now it is something.
Yeah, sure.
Because it's physical copies.
Right.
So, but Avengers, it was my favorite film of the year. We can argue about the semantics of like what a better film is, and there are better like art pieces, like people will say the Joker and all that stuff, but. It was, like I said, I went through every emotion in this movie.
And that's what you can ask from a movie.
Yeah.
If you're watching a comedy, you're getting comedy.
Yes.
You're watching drama, you're getting drama.
Yeah.
This is hitting, I'm going up and down in this movie.
Yeah.
And then leaving it feeling whole.
Yeah. Oh, gosh, yes.
Like, I felt like I went through a journey with my family.
And I have yet to watch Infinity War and Endgame back to back.
Oof.
And I'm going to.
You're a brave man.
I'm going to. I'm going to make you come over, and we're going to do it together. We're going to do it together. Because it's just.
It felt like something that we had been a part of paid off.
Yes.
And going through life and having a lot of stuff not pay off.
Yeah.
Just in general, and having something that's been there for over 10 years be like, wow, that paid off and it was amazing.
It's like when you buy something from China, okay? you got the price you wanted, you got the thing you wanted, you're buying a jersey, and let's say maybe it's not reputable where you got the jersey from. And the whole time, the 2 months it takes for it to get here from China, you're concerned. You're like, is it going to look like the picture? Is it going to fit? Is it going to have some weird child labor smell? I don't know. But it gets there. Everything fits right. It gets there. It fits right. It even has the tags on there to make you feel legit.
Sure.
So they, like Chinese jerseys, Endgame really stuck that landing. All right. What was a disappointing movie for you this year?
Oh my God. In a world of disappointments, we're going to go to the opposite end of a spectrum of a franchise. We're going to go to one that didn't do it right.
Yeah.
We're going with X-Men Dark Phoenix.
X-Men Dark Phoenix. Okay.
And let me start off by saying I maybe shouldn't have had any hopes.
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't.
Yeah.
Maybe I did. Maybe I thought they were going to wow me. Last minute. Maybe last minute they're going to give me something I'm going to walk away with. Okay. All right. Cool.
What's the saying in the 13th hour or what is it?
Sure.
Yeah. Guys, we're going to do it.
They're going to, just get that last thing in, and we're all going to feel like, okay, they ended on a decent note, and maybe that's what I was pulling for, because I always root for the underdog, and no, didn't happen.
Yeah.
Far from happen. In fact, I feel like I wasted a lot of my life watching X-Men movies. It made me hate the X franchise as a whole.
Yeah.
It made me hate Logan a little bit, because it's part of it.
Yeah.
And this was a culmination of a lot of bad choices.
Yeah.
That's about all I can say about it. And, you have so much talent in there as far as actors.
Oh, yeah, totally.
You have you have a whole encyclopedia of characters you can use and just not even have to worry about. And you're going to give me characters that don't even exist in the Phoenix Saga.
Yeah.
If you're going to be your last big movie, go all out.
Yeah.
Give me everything you got. And you couldn't do it.
No.
And it failed. And it was just abysmal. And aside from the acting of Michael Fassbender and James McAvoy carrying this movie, it was a letdown, a huge letdown.
Yeah, and I didn't like it either, but I really expected not to like it, so it didn't let me down. It did bring me lower than what I thought it could do, especially with all, like you talked about, the addition, especially of that alien race that has nothing to do with anything Phoenix related, because there's tons of alien races that already have something to do with the Phoenix, but whatever. Let's not use any of them. Let's just make something up. So I expected to be disappointed. I had a glimmer of hope because I did like the international trailer.
Yeah,
but
good.
It did what I thought it was going to
Right.
do. So that was not on my list. But this one is a little.
Oh, your choice.
Yes, my choice is a little kind of two-sided, a little backhanded because I enjoyed the movie, but it definitely was a disappointment. That was Glass. We got to go back to January of 2019.
That was. I forgot all about that, man.
Yeah, M. Night Shyamalan's trilogy. I mean, it could be more, but for the Unbreakable saga, finished up, and I enjoyed it, but it wasn't. They did not stick the landing. They did. In fact, they left their pasta dish had way too much garlic. Okay, they left a bad taste in my mouth. And while I enjoyed a good chunk of it, for as good as an unexpected as Split was,
sure,
this was not that.
This for me was like a microcosm of the Phoenix saga and the X franchise because it's 3 movies.
Yeah,
and granted, I loved Unbreakable. I like it. It's my favorite Shyamalan.
Oh yeah, same here.
And
I thought yours was Signs.
No, it's definitely Unbreakable. I like Signs. Okay. Just having rewatched it within the last 5 years, it's kind of dumb.
Yeah.
It's really stupid.
I didn't like it.
Yeah, it's dumb. You didn't like it off the bat.
I didn't like it at all, yeah.
Yeah, and but this, again, it toys with me because, again, Split had the, it gave me hope that, wow, okay, hey, here we go.
Yeah.
Okay, Shyamalan, you can do this. Just don't do anything stupid.
Yeah.
Maybe consult some people, who know what they're doing and give them your ideas. They'll give you notes.
Yeah.
Don't.
Well, he was kind of coming off 2 strong movies because I thought The Visit was very good.
Visit was good.
Visit was very good. And the
That's what
and then Split. So we had and then he had produced that Devil movie, which was pretty solid.
All right. Yeah,
it was fine
for what it was.
Yes.
For what it was.
I don't like the twist in that one, but I liked everything up to that.
Sure. I wish that. Maybe he didn't do a twist in this movie.
Yeah.
I mean, the twist was okay. Yeah. It would have worked had they maybe done it in the middle of the movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
But aside from, again, strong actors being awesome.
Yeah.
I'm not going to spoil anything, but just there's a few characters that their arc did not end well with.
No. Yeah. Just
and I'm like, really?
Yeah.
That's how you're going to do me? That's how you're going to do them?
Yeah. It didn't. It wasn't as satisfying.
There was no satisfaction in this for me.
Like Unbreakable's good, Split's damn good.
Yep.
And this was just this was definitely the worst of the 3, but still better than a lot of his films.
It's not Lady in the Water.
Yeah. But I like Lady in the Water better than this. I might.
Really?
I like Lady in the Water way more than I should. I don't know why.
I think we're gonna have to talk about that.
Yeah,
not now. But
me and Christine, we both really liked it. Yeah. Yeah,
I gotta know why.
We'll give Shyamalan his due at some point. He definitely
he's gonna come off, man.
He deserves his own show.
He's gonna get his due.
Yeah, I didn't get to as many of the films as I wanted to this year.
Oh,
I got to plenty, but there were some big misses for me, and I'm just gonna rattle off a few. Us, I didn't catch that.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't see Us.
Good.
I didn't see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I missed Brightburn.
Yep.
Toy Story 4. Yeah, those were kind of the ones on my list.
Jojo Rabbit.
I missed Jojo Rabbit as well.
Knives Out.
Knives Out. Yeah, dang, I missed Knives Out too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we missed some movies.
Brightburn, Jojo Rabbit, Knives Out.
Yeah.
Are my big regrets for the year.
Yeah, so these aren't the best of 2019. This is the best of what we were able to catch in 2019.
Sure.
And you could bet some of those movies are going to be on my 52 movies I've never seen for next year.
To add a little addendum to the disappointing real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I rewatched Captain Marvel and it's not very good, man.
I think you're trying. I think you should stop watching it, and I think that you're trying to dislike it. I'm not saying it's even a top 15, but it's a solid film.
It's solid.
It's solid, but I think we liked it way too much right off the bat.
I think that's why I'm more mad at myself.
Yeah,
and because it was our first
Thor 1 or Captain Marvel.
Thor 1.
Thor 1.
I remember I've actually
you've actually you do like Thor 1. What's your least favorite MCU film then? I can't remember. We've talked about it. I just can't remember.
Yeah, man, Captain Marvel's definitely up there. And then I'm gonna have to maybe go Homecoming. I love it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But
Yeah. It's hard. Yeah. If you have to rate them
just in comparison to other things, and maybe the Ant-Man movies.
Fair enough.
You know, again, not bad by any stretch of the imagination. Just when you're stacked up against,
gold.
Yeah.
Gold.
Silver just looks a little less shiny.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. Avengers. Endgame is platinum, baby. Platinum.
So, but yeah, man. I don't know.
Okay.
I think maybe do it. I'm just mad at myself because I go back. I have re-listened to our first one.
Yeah, Eric's really hung up on our first episode. He thinks it should have been that it should have been amazing. We were a little generous with Captain Marvel, but I did enjoy the film, and I think we were so amped about just doing the show.
I think so too.
I think it's just that energy.
I think so too.
Okay, we've settled.
Yes,
we've kind of found our groove a bit.
Oh, big time.
So it's not I think you need to just.
I just shouts out to Talos.
Yeah, Talos was great.
Talos rocks. Yeah. Sam Jackson rocks.
Yeah.
Whoever plays Coulson, I always forget his name, but he rocks.
Oh yeah. Oh god, I'm Clark Gregg.
Yeah. Oh he rocks.
He's so good.
Even Maria Rambeau, that chick rocks. Mm-hmm. And the cat. I love cats.
Yeah, the Flurkin.
The Flurkin. But yeah, I don't know. Just something about it.
There were some good comic books that I read this year.
This
year I did do. I think I mentioned on the show that I stopped reading comics a couple months ago. I'll get back on the wagon, but I went on a pretty long, I'd say 15-year stretch of just buying every comic book. So, but this year some highlights. Immortal Hulk from Marvel was an excellent storyline. It was something that was hard to keep on the shelves, something I went back to print several times. Yeah, it was more of a cerebral story. I'll have to get the trades and let you read them.
Is it Bruce Banner still? Or
it is a Bruce Banner storyline, and Alex Ross is doing all the covers. I mean, yeah.
There we go, baby.
I have one to show you today, too, because it'll blow you away.
Sweet.
But yeah, it was a really solid book from Marvel, consistent and interesting. There's a Hulk from Hell storyline. There's a Hulk... in space storyline in this, and it's very, very interesting and super fun. Batman had been very solid for DC. Deceased, their zombie book that I was telling you about, that we talked about briefly on our Halloween comic book episode. Mm-hmm. Those were some really solid books. DC really swung for the fences on their mature lines. They introduced their Black Label, so there's tons of mature books just coming out that have all been pretty solid, but they're nearly all Bat titles. Like, they really need to branch out, but they all have some type of Bat, connection.
Yeah.
Spider-Man. I'm sorry, I skipped ahead on my notes. The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead was my favorite book of the year, and it was what I'm going to say it was one of my surprises of the year.
Go, man.
If you guys remember, or if you're unaware, The Walking Dead had been running for 15, 16 years, something like that, and it ended abruptly. And it didn't end in the middle of a story where you're like, oh, they just canceled the book. No, they faked us out as the readers, and they ended the book on their own terms, and it was beautiful.
It was.
Just shy of 200 issues. It's one of the longest running independent comic books.
Oh, yeah.
I dare say that it has to be, Robert Kirkman has to be the longest consistent writer on a book.
Right.
If he's not, he's up there. Because even Stan and Jack, I mean...
they took breaks.
I think Spider-Man, they went 80 issues maybe, something like that.
That's not almost two.
And so it was a beautiful book. It was one of the biggest surprises of the year because it's just, I work at a comic book store. We took solicitations for issues after this.
Right.
So they, accepted orders, but had no intention of filling these orders.
What an amazing... In this day and age, to be able to get away with something like that and legit... surprise your fans.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. How brilliant and amazing.
It was nearly triple the size of a normal comic book, but was the same price.
It
wasn't a cash grab, because Marvel and DC, when they do a double size, it's double the price. You know, there's some books that you get from Marvel and they'll be $10.
What?
This was $3.99. This is the base price, and it was almost 3 times the size.
It's almost a thank you to the
It was such a thank you.
Thanks for the
ride. You know, Robert Kirkman wrote us a letter, you know, talking about his time on it, and it was just everything about it was just so good.
That's awesome.
It was so good. So yeah, those were the comics that I really enjoyed. And then one of the surprises of the year for me was what was the surprise of the year for you?
Oh, honestly, I've got to say how much I really enjoyed the Joker movie. That was my surprise of the year because
we were kind of talking bad about it the whole time.
Yeah, I think we were so standoffish. Like,
yeah.
What are you doing here?
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Yeah.
You know?
For me, this was another one that didn't stick the landing.
Right. Oh yeah, we are divided on this.
Yeah. And we're gonna have to settle this.
Yeah, with
some Marvel superheroes.
That's right.
Or X-Men: Children of the Atom. I'm not gonna listen to my own feelings. I'm just gonna beat them out of you with Omega Red. All right.
But I think I didn't expect to enjoy it as much as I did. Watching it twice in the theater.
Yeah.
Paying for it.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
And I didn't think... I think I liked it so much because it was a homage to a lot of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
It dealt with a very sensitive issue well.
Yeah.
It didn't placate. It didn't completely over-nurture the subject matter.
Yeah.
And Joaquin Phoenix is menacing and mercurial and just straight up badass.
Yeah.
I did not expect to see this physically frail person and be scared of him.
Yeah.
You know, and maybe the movies you love, or you see a piece of yourself in the character, and I'm just like, wow, that's crazy. Again, yeah, it doesn't tie in. It shouldn't have been made. I get it.
Yeah.
I get this movie.
Sure.
Probably shouldn't have been at this time.
Which I can appreciate your take on it, because you can at least acknowledge that. You know, there are people, you know, like Rogan and Shab. You know, they're always talking about they have such terrible taste in movies. Joe Rogan and Brendan Schaub, you know, the podcasts that we listen to.
Yeah.
And yeah, like they just have terrible takes on movies. They have terrible takes on movies. Like they're talking about how they just like can't get into the comic book movies, and that's fine. It's not for everybody.
It's not.
But then they're like, oh my god, Joker this, Joker that, and it's like.
But maybe this was made for
them,
for the people who don't appreciate comic book movies, because it wasn't written like
counterculture.
There you go. But again,
it's masturbatory. It's ridiculous.
Our theory of this was not written as a Joker movie.
Yeah.
This was written as something else, and someone told Todd Phillips to make it a Joker movie.
Yeah.
That's how it got made, and
it feels like
I'm glad it got made.
Yeah.
Again, I just see it for what it is.
It's a beautiful movie.
It's an Elseworld film.
Yeah.
It doesn't belong in any continuity, and please
don't
do a sequel.
Don't do a sequel.
Please.
Just, you're going to crap out. Just take your chips and go.
Yeah,
just take your chips and go.
Boom.
I think
that was my biggest surprise of the year.
I had two that really stuck out. One, again, was The Walking Dead comic ending abruptly. And the second one, Spider-Man leaving the MCU. You know, we had roughly 36 days of just panic in the streets, looting, fires, a mini purge, due to the fact that Sony and Disney, they announced abruptly while Far From Home is killing it at the box office.
Oh yeah.
That the merger's done, or you know, the partnership is done.
Yep.
There no more Tom Holland Spider-Man in the MCU. After we've spent like 3 or 4 movies really mushing the Play-Doh that is Spider-Man into the MCU Play-Doh, and you can't just pull those. You can't separate them again. You just can't. And it was, I mean, you felt it. I think you felt it on that whole month's worth of shows.
Oh, yeah.
Was just like how heavy our hearts were.
Oh yeah,
the fact
there was an
palpable.
Air. Yeah,
palpable.
in there, man.
But then, just over 30 days later, or 40 days later, or something like that, they agreed to a new deal. But in that time, in that moment, it was the worst thing to happen to anyone ever.
Oh yeah,
throughout history. Spider-Man leaving the MCU, okay? It was, it was no bueno. That really, like, I couldn't believe it, especially with how good Far From Home was.
Right.
Far From Home was so good.
And I guess really quick, I guess part of the deal is Tom Holland's going to appear in some crappy Venom sequel.
Supposedly.
Supposedly. Which, please. No.
Just do a Spider-Verse thing.
Yeah.
Just do a Spider-Verse thing. I'm here in LA. And then he brings a little piece of that Venom back with him. And then we do a good Venom storyline.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, we do a different storyline.
You just keep your crappy Eddie Brock.
Yeah.
Keep my MCU.
Yeah, you keep your stank Eddie Brock in San Francisco or whatever. And yeah, just like leave it alone. Just leave it alone.
The high rising towers of San Francisco.
Yeah. That's kind of our best of list. Those are the things that we really liked. I think we'll add more categories next year, but this was our first foray into it.
Yeah, those were the things that were bright, and then the stuff that was very forgettable and or just straight up like ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. What are some things right now that you're looking forward to next year in terms of the industry?
This is, for me, I'm looking forward to, and again, I'm not trying to be all up on MCU's jock, but this is the make it, break it time for the MCU.
Yeah, it's
interesting.
interesting.
I got a front row seat to this. Can they keep doing the high wire act now?
Yeah.
Because they have lost a lot of heavy hitters.
Yeah.
And they're going forward. They're coming swinging with an oldie, a goodie, Black Widow.
Yeah.
Which, cool. But then after that,
Eternals in November. So
yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. Maybe getting an X drop,
hopefully. And I had a theory. Something to say about Black Widow. How are we entirely sure that that's not Hawkeye with that bow and arrow? Like we're assuming that that's Taskmaster, but how are we not sure that that's not Hawkeye?
I know, right?
That could be Hawkeye.
Could be because they've known each other for a long time.
Yeah. And if some of this is taking place in the past, like. How are we not sure that that's not Hawkeye?
Maybe it is.
Because, we don't really care for the costume for Taskmaster.
No.
So hopefully we're just confused.
Right.
I think that may be wishful thinking, but
sure.
But whatever.
Yeah, I cannot wait to see what Marvel does with our X titles. Which, I don't even know if we'll even get a mention.
We may get no X reference this year. Yeah.
Or even a Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Nada.
I think we get a Fantastic Four reference before we get an X reference.
Yeah.
If it's coming this year.
Big time. But that's what as far as the industry is concerned, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to seeing if DC can get their footing.
Can deliver?
Yeah.
Okay.
Big time. As far as the industry is going, as far as just the comic book movie verses are concerned, I want to see if Marvel can keep it going and if DC can get up.
Yeah. No, those are two things to definitely look forward to. The thing I'm most looking forward to, MCU stuff aside, the thing I'm most looking forward to film-wise is Ghostbusters.
Hey!
Oh, man, I am so excited for Ghostbusters. It is... I'm more excited for Ghostbusters than I am for Wonder Woman, than I am for... I might be more excited than I am for... It's close, Black Widow and that. It is close.
That's saying a lot about Ghostbusters, man.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That trailer did a lot for me.
It was good.
We'll see what another trailer does, because I hope that they don't show any of the original cast until we get into the film.
Yeah, me too.
Until we get in
I'm
there.
okay with that as well. But it's going to be an interesting year, man.
Yeah.
2020 is going to be weird.
Yeah, my guilty pleasure I think I'm looking forward to is I just had it. Birds of Prey is on that short list of like, please be good, please stick the landing. But yeah, the as far as what the slate is right now, it's nothing knocking my socks off. But man, after so much good film this year, like I could use a little break too.
Sure.
I don't want a big break.
No.
I want to be surprised next year. I'm looking forward to that because with so few definite hits, we're gonna find a lot of like diamonds in the rough.
Yeah.
And there's gonna be some things that's just gonna be like, dang man, like this is the new thing, right here.
I feel like this year as a whole was a lot of that. We got a lot of hits. We got the biggest hit. Yeah. If you think about it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But then we get Shazam.
Shazam now. Yeah.
Whoopty crap.
Ooh, Mulan. I'm really excited. Have you seen the Mulan trailer?
No.
Dude, the Mulan trailer looks great.
Okay.
It looks really good. It looked Donnie Yen's in it.
Oh,
Jet
well,
Li.
now I've got to watch it. Great.
Yeah, it's got a lot going on. The poster's beautiful.
Nice.
It has a very Crouching Tiger meets what was the one with Jet Li that was big here? Hero.
Oh, Hero, yes.
Yeah, because it has some like muted color and it has some bright color.
Right. Which that's awesome.
And I was like, I don't know how they're going to incorporate, Mushu. I don't know how they're going to do that. But what was cool is that instead of, because, it had that very popular song from Christina Aguilera, Reflections.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you're familiar with that.
Yeah.
But they're like doing an orchestra version of that, like during this battle scene. And it looks.
That's pretty legit, man.
Dude, it was awesome. I'll show you the trailer after the show.
Jeez.
Is there any television you're looking forward to next year?
Boys
season 2.
Boys, baby.
Boys season 2.
It's going with
Boys season 2. Marvel from Disney Plus.
Everything from Marvel.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that goes without saying.
Yeah.
Especially What If.
And we're talking. Oh yeah, is that the thing you're most? Okay,
Boom.
I'm super into that too. I might be right there with you. And I guess in a down year for film, they are also going to launch like 5 TV shows. So maybe
they get a few misses on the big screen.
Yeah. And maybe they're not all coming out in fall, but I'd say at least two or three. What If and Falcon, Winter Soldier for sure.
Yeah.
And then I think WandaVision.
That's the other one too. It's gonna be awesome.
But we've seen stuff for Loki too. So yeah, I don't know. They might drop them all next fall. That would be crazy.
Yeah, it would be cool.
That would be crazy.
I mean, I'm hoping maybe next year or maybe down the road, maybe we get a Daredevil back. Charlie Cox's Daredevil. I'm hearing rumors.
I hope for your sake.
For my sake, so I'll shut up about it. I'm also looking forward to what's going to happen with us.
Yeah.
With this.
Yeah, with this relationship that we've cultivated these 26 or 7 years, whatever it is.
Yeah.
We got stuff that we want to do on the show, guys. We want to do some live recording, some Twitch streaming, some video game related stuff, some con footage.
That was my highlight of the year.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Going to con, getting not ensnared, but just being enthralled in this culture.
Yeah,
you're seeing it from the outside a lot.
Yeah.
Getting tales from you and the boys, and but then actually getting thrown into it.
Yeah.
And being like, wow, and being surprised about how much I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was fun, and it's fun being in part of the culture.
Being part of the culture, and then for me, I loved how I was like, hey guys, where are we gonna go have dinner tonight?
Yeah, there you go.
Having dinner with my boys.
Yeah.
Every night.
Boom,
different spots, different steaks.
Just tearing up San Diego.
Oh yeah. And Eric finding every ounce of ice cream humanly possible in the city. Like if any of you purveyors are listening, bring your ice cream trucks to whatever hotel we're at, because Eric will do it.
I'll be there every day.
And on that note, kids, we want to thank you so much for like 9 months of listening to the show for some of you, mostly my wife. Thank you. And we have a lot of stuff we're going to do.
Yes.
If you like what we're doing, please hit that subscribe button. Leave us a comment. What was your favorites of the year? What shows should we have seen? I do know about Mandalorian again. I am watching The Witcher. But what were some of your favorites? Leave us a comment. Leave us a review on any of the podcast apps. If you leave us a 5-star review, helps us get noticed. Eric, what did you learn today, my friend?
Oh, future's looking so bright.
Yeah.
There's shades, baby.
All right. I like it. I'll allow it. I learned that even though we didn't catch a lot of product together this year, we still had a lot of the same thought processes.
We went through the Thrones together. A
yes,
lot of it
we
together.
did do that.
We got through that together.
That was meant to be suffered for the in tandem. No, that was not to be a solo adventure.
Oh no.
I learned that we have to watch a little bit more movies next year.
Oh,
we
yeah.
got to stick on it. Already I've committed to 52.
We've got. We have to do that. For sure.
So that's coming. Kids, thank you so much for listening. I have been your host, Roman Chavez.
I am still Eric Icarus, baby New Year himself.
Happy New Year, and we will see you next year. Yes, I did the lame joke that you and my wife did. We'll catch you on the next podcast.